Wait, are there more?
Captain,
Oh, for goodness
you
sake.
have an uncanny talent for complicating my life.
Uh-huh.
You've disrupted the balance of power.
Yeah.
You've upset the natural order of things.
Whatever.
You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
You did that yourself. It's over. Stand down. We're liberating Halcyon, and there's not a damn thing you can do to stop us. You love talking. Do you pay? Do they pay you by word? Okay, it's over. Stand down.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Oh, of course you can, but you
To your
won't.
credit, Captain, you are one of the colony's finest specialists. Your technical abilities are beyond reproach.
Oh, thank you.
For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon.
Yeah.
And therefore you are my enemy.
I'm never going to let him go. And you're going to do your duty to die trying. I get it. Let's have it your way and enjoy putting you down. No, I'm here for fairness. Let him go.
You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal. No. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him.
Oi!
All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
Nah, you're not going to do it. Sadly not. Don't test me, sir. It's bad for your health. You don't understand. Phineas is my friend. I'm not leaving without him. I don't enjoy the thought of killing you. There's been enough violence already. Let's talk about this. Yeah, I don't enjoy the thought of killing. But there's been enough violence already.
In that we are in agreement. An end to violence is precisely what I want. An end to chaos. An end to senseless loss of life. The only obstacle standing in my way is you.
That's what you think.
I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option.
You do, though!
Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain.
Whatever. Oh. Let's talk about this.
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me.
Yeah. There we go! This is why we wanted maxed out, baby! Let's go! Woo! Okay, you don't want to die on Tartarus. I'm giving you a chance to walk away.
Interesting that you think I'm going to die here. I believe I'm more than capable of taking you on.
Nothing stopped me so far. What makes you think you will? Don't be stupid, something. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. You have absolutely no chance against me. I love your positive attitude. There's nothing that stopped me so far. What makes you think that
Fair point.
you will?
I don't know how you've managed to defy the odds. By every reasonable estimate, you should be dead.
Indeed, yeah.
Yet here you stand. I've devoted my entire life to protecting Halcyon.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to die in the line of duty.
The board's not worth dying for. Don't talk to me about duty. You're no soldier. Halcyon is collapsing. If protecting the colony was your duty, you failed. Yeah, that's the one.
Don't you think I know that? Yes, I made mistakes. Costly mistakes. Leaving you alive was the worst of them all.
Not really.
You were always an unknown variable. I tried to recruit you, but you threw your lot in with that madman, Phineas Wells.
Because he's actually trying to improve. You wasn't trying to recruit me. You were trying to control me. Yeah, exactly. Persuade science. Okay, Dr. Wells and I are both scientists. We believe Halcyon can be saved.
I'm aware of Dr. Wells' plan. Revive some brilliant scientists and engineers from the Hope and work with them to save the colony. He's already revived you, after all.
Yeah, and look what I've done.
50 or 60 years ago, I might have agreed with you. But we've passed the point of no return. The best scientists in Halcyon can't save us now.
Wow, you're dumb. Yeah? Watch me. It's going to take a miracle to save Halcyon, but we can do it if we work together. Yeah? Watch me.
I admire your drive, Captain. But I won't let you spoil my plans a second time.
What are you talking about?
I haven't given up on the program yet.
You should.
You've caused some complications, but I can improvise. I can fix this.
Stop being so stubborn.
I haven't lost control of the labyrinth yet. Our security system is still operational.
Ugh.
I can still put a stop to you.
Oh, lie hack. Sorry, could you repeat that? I'm too busy taking over your security. Enough talk. Let's settle this. Ah, that's a shame.
This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or something.
You're an idiot. Fair enough. That's how you want to go.
Real slick.
Oh. Oh. Let's see, is that all of them? Okay, let's see what happens now.
Wow!
Nice robot you got here. Shame if that's so anticlimactic. Imagine the last boss just falling down like. Easiest boss ever. Just be able to turn it off. Boop.
Why won't you just die?
I gave you a chance.
Get me out of here!
Yeah, I'm coming. Calm down.
You don't know how glad I am to see you.
I'm glad to see you too.
You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved and long overdue.
I just hope we don't pay for it.
And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man.
Yeah.
You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you alright? What did they do to you? Are you kidding? The board never stood a chance against me. You know I wouldn't let anything happen to you. Do you know any idea of the trouble? Yeah.
I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board's finished. It's only a matter of time before the entire system slips from their grasp.
Indeed.
You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish.
Indeed.
You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
Why? What happened? Great, and I was about to pop open, even drink and celebrate. Yeah, let's, I don't like the sound of all that.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years.
Makes sense.
There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
Yeah.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
Oh.
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option.
That means
We're
this
in
is...
serious trouble, my friend.
Tell
Do you
me
know what
about
this means for Halcyon?
Yeah.
We can't rely on Earth for support anymore.
No.
We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
We have a lot of work ahead of us. Best get started. Yeah.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time.
Yeah.
We're going to need a leader. And I can't imagine a better person for the job than you.
What,
What do you
me?
say, old friend? Will you help us?
I've got plans with the chairman in my pocket. There's not going to know I'm running the colony. No one's going to know I'm running the colony. I'm going to run this colony myself. I've already convinced the chairman to take my side. You can count on me. I'll help you receive the other colony. Which one am I going to go for? I'm going to do what I've always done, whatever I want all the time. I've got plans with the chairman in my pocket. No one's going to know I'm running the Yeah.
The chairman? I don't know why you let that heartless creature live, but I'll have to trust your judgment.
We need
You're
somebody
the best
strong.
thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support.
Yes.
We're not a colony any longer, are we?
No.
Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free.
Indeed.
Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
It is exciting. We did it! I think that is. Oh, okay. Lifetime employment ruined. Chaos of theaters leave. Oh.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan.
I'm going to try and...
But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable.
There we go.
From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history.
No.
The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come.
Yeah.
The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and
Very good.
intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival.
Yay!
Life was especially hard in the years to come.
Okay.
Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation. But most of them found a way to carry on.
Good.
In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny.
Good.
Between MSI's
Yay!
worker-centric policies and the iconoclast manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause.
Fantastic!
MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation.
Yes!
And a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks.
Awesome.
Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town. And those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer.
Yikes. Still.
As for Reed Thompson, it was said that he lasted exactly 2 days outside the walls of Edgewater.
He said it would last a week!
A marauder was found in possession of his hat. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions.
Awesome.
The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon.
I
While
know.
Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter.
Yeah, you have to
Nearly
share.
everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time.
No, not jobs.
Even the Gorgon asteroid,
Oh,
though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions.
oh.
Olivia and Minnie Ambrose worked together to cure the marauders Adrena Time had created.
Yay!
Through their partnership as scientist and administrator, they discovered the harmony that had eluded them as mother and daughter. And through years of patience and effort, they discovered a means to wean Halcyon from the scourge of Adrena Time.
Awesome.
Their work eventually allowed Wells and his scientists to treat many of Halcyon's marauders. As their addiction waned, the colonists who had lived for so long under the thrall of Adrena Time returned to their communities and loved ones,
That's
and
amazing.
joined in the effort to save Halcyon.
Awesome.
In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board.
Look at that.
Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed.
Oh, good.
A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned
Burn
to
it.
time and attrition.
Burn it.
Ruth Bellamy never forgot the words you said to her.
Oh.
She coped with Belinda's death by committing to live in a way that would make her sister proud.
Nice.
When the remnants of the colony banded together, Ruth Bellamy was there to help.
Yay!
She devoted her remaining years and resources to saving the colony.
Awesome.
Years later, when the worst of the crisis had passed, Aether Waves returned to Halcyon's culture.
Oh.
An aging Ruth Bellamy tried her hand at directing. Her first Aetherwave drama was dedicated to the memory of Belinda Bellamy and to her old friend, Captain of the Unreliable. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon,
Hey,
the
Cedric.
charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed.
Okay.
For better or worse, slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option.
Oh.
Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds.
Oh.
His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange.
Yeah, that is strange.
Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cow. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed.
Nice.
Accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care.
Oh.
The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cow softened Bertie's temper considerably. Although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Due to the board's dissolution, many of the Prophet's old customers no longer found quite the same value in productivity seminars that they once had. With her business drying up, the Prophet chose to take her followers down a new path.
And I hope it's a good
Months
one.
later, salvagers on Eridanos found clues leading them to a seemingly abandoned bunker out in the wilderness. Inside, they discovered horribly mangled corpses, sacrificed to a blood-scrawled portrait of a sprat-headed deity.
Oh, God's sake.
The Prophet was not among the bodies.
Okay, I should have dealt with
Your
you.
influence shifted Ellie's perspective.
Huh?
She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Ellie!
With a steady income from the
Sometimes,
life
yeah.
insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own.
Yeah.
She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal.
Some of them even legal.
Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came.
No.
There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony.
Yeah.
Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help.
Yeah, Felix.
Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands.
Yeah.
As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on,
No
to
problem,
live
Max.
out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with,
Aw.
and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless.
Nice!
Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace.
Aww.
Once the matter with the
Parvati!
Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker.
Awesome.
And Parvati, enthusiastically if somewhat awkwardly, agreed.
Great.
The stories
So
of her
happy.
adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart.
Good.
Nyoka returned to Monarch to take
Aw.
another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group,
Ooh.
a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or
Awesome.
clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony.
Yeah.
This led to a boost in SAM unit sales.
Yay!
Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest
Oh.
acting cleaning solution in Halcyon?
Okay.
Minister
Good job.
Clark
Oh,
was released from house arrest,
Good.
and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before him.
awesome.
As for Dr. Phineas Wells,
Yeah?
he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony.
Yeah.
In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope.
Nice.
Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived.
Awesome.
Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement.
Oh.
Breakthroughs in dietary
good.
supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony.
Awesome.
Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor.
Oh.
He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived.
Fair enough.
Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony
Good.
work hard to
We
adapt
did
to the
it.
new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, But for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future.
Yes!
And what about you?
Me?
The unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon.
Ah.
You brought an end to the riot on Tartarus and partnered with Chairman Rockwell to run the colony together. As Halcyon looked toward the future, you remained a constant presence in the colony's administration. You were never weighed down by bureaucracy, and you never had to dirty your hands with politics. You had people who did that for you. By your influence, Halcyon survived the turbulent years that were to follow.
Awesome.
No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Way! We did it! Woo! The Outer Worlds is complete! Let's go! Let's move a little bit more. Woo! Oh my god, that is so exciting. Can we skip this? Or okay, that's it! We did it! Complete the game! Oh, that was enjoyable. Oh, but new game awaits and new challenges await. Until then, I'll see you very soon. See you later. Bye!
Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below. And thank you for supporting me and making sure that we can hit this new milestones together. Thank you for watching and see you soon.